Hey there, sorry for a long time no videos, it was half a year, but I hope to get back into groove and make at least one or two in a month. And here it's something I want to take a look at today. And let me just quickly tell you why I bought this specific LED light. It is battery powered, it's rechargeable, that's the important part. It is a USB-C, it has white, flashing white and red and flashing red, and it was about $3, and this is what I really like about it, because if you think about it, it's really great. We finally are in the position where things that could cost basically the same as a normal light, they are being sold with rechargeable lithium-ion batteries, and it does say here that it's 200 milliamp hours, which could mean that for $3, if you bought it in the store, this could be more cost efficient to buy it just for the battery itself. Not mentioning the USB-C cable, the short one that you can use with a small power bank or something like that. Clip LED, nothing like that. Even the charging chip that is inside, well, it has basically two brightnesses depending on which light which you be using. There is a bike mount, bike clip. It's really impressive, and I will be disassembling this. I solved the problem in case I break one by the magic of buying two of them. Oh, and by the way, this was imported locally by a store chain from the Netherlands called Action. I'm not sure if that's also available in other European countries. They are basically the Poundland of the Netherlands. Let's quickly take a look. The bike mount, I really like it because this is rubbery. That's pretty cool, actually. To be honest, you can put it in the other places, basically anywhere you would like, and it has a clip-on action. Let's take a look. It's a rubbery. It's basically not exactly a clip. It's a rubber thing that basically is being held by friction. So that's nice. Let's take a look at the back clip, and there's it's clipped on. You could actually put it onto your collar, or your shirt pocket, just have it as a light instead of having a light on your forehead, the ones that is head mounted. So that's pretty nice. And the USB-C cable, it does say that it is IPX4. Let me quickly open this. It has this little positioning thing here. For a second, it's clipped on. I don't see any seals around here. I don't see any screws. Let's take a look. How does it work when I try to charge it? It has a separate light. So presumably this could even change colors. That's really impressive. There are quite a lot of stuff going on here. Quite a lot of things, and it can be charged and lit at the same time. So that's really cool, because you could put this as a wire. I mean, a much longer cable. Put this in the pocket, the power bank, and then have this light running for a really long time. Before I start, I noticed that there is a rated power over here. I don't think you will be able to easily read it. It says 0.4 watts, and it also says here above on the left side, input 5 volts 1 amp. Considering this, the rated power, it would mean that you could run it, I guess it runs about 100 milliamps, so around 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that, not much. And also above this, there is a battery, and there is a model 50-20-30-200 milliamp hours, which could point, I don't know, that's not 5 centimeters, that could be 3 by 2, so something like that, and then 5 millimeters thickness. We will see about that. Yep, it's clipped in, but it's also glued in, as it seems at least. I hope that the casing won't break. Into this assembly, so let's try it from the other side. Okay, here we are. There's a cover, black cover, so it just covers this circuit board. And let me pull it out. Sure, we have the exact battery model. I was right on the money. It's 3 centimeters. This full length, including those stars of the tab, so not the full length of the actual battery inside, but full length of the sealed battery. 3 by 2 and 5 millimeters of thickness, and there's just a foam here. It has been, yeah, it seems like it was very dirtily spot melded. There is a battery minus, battery plus, red green, presumably LED, so that's just for charging, and that comes from the other side, so it's not shining directly, it's shining through the back, through the casing, through that tiny little that part of the case, so it's from this side, so it's shining through this here, and so that's the way it's visible. So through here some resistors, probably charging chips, and that's basically all. It has quite a few connectors for a standard USB 2.0, USB-C 2.0, and there is a thing like that, USB-C 2.0, even though USB-C is being marketed as a 3.0 USB type of deal, but in reality, if you have a Samsung and it's from the A series, it has a USB 2.0 with USB-C. Yeah, it's crazy like that. It doesn't have HDMI support, for example. So going back to the topic, it has quite a few connectors, but and there are, the mounting ones on the sides. Actually, what you have here, that's a minus. Let's take a look here. That's a minus. That's a plus. That could be possibly a minus again. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the plus is twice. I'm not sure if you can see here. Over here and over here, these are probably pluses, and the ground isn't really connected from this side. It's only connected from this side. This huge plane over here. It's really hard to capture that on the camera since, well, it's white and white basically. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything about this chip. It says 62819. It could be a type of PIC microcontroller. I think there are 6-pin variations, especially since it's connected to the switch over here through hole. And there's also here another that's probably a charging chip controller. But again, I couldn't find anything. All came up that after I wrote in the what it says here exactly, capital MOV, capital CB, so MOV CB, have no idea. All that came up was a step down Texas Instruments chip, which was in a similar packaging, but I don't think that's it, because it steps down voltage from, I think that it has an input range of 2.5 volts to 5.5 volts, and it can step down in a range of 0.6 to 4 volts. But doesn't really make any sense. Okay, let's start with measuring the current battery state. It is exactly 4 volts. It's pretty nice. It's actually, well, for something that was in the store, it's charged at something about 60 to 70%, which they are often charging things at in the store between 40 to 70% to keep the battery live a little bit longer. Let's take a look at the LED once it's lit. So let me move it off camera. I'm trying to measure this. You probably can see on the side 2.98, so almost 3 volts. Okay, let me switch over to red LED. Same type of deal. It is actually in a different chemistry, so it has let's say 2.4 volts. So what I did here, I desoldered the plus battery terminal from the board and connected here the meter in a series. And for the white light, it does say 66.9, so I about 3 hours of the battery life on the 200 milliamp cells. It's the voltage is nicely in the midpoint of 4 volts, so far above the midpoint, but about 70%. But you can basically say that roughly 3 hours of battery life. Blinking one is half of that. And the red steady one, this is weird because it's almost the same as white, even though it does say on the packaging that, and the red one is 5 lumens, and white one is 15 lumens. So I wouldn't say it's an efficient LED. I think they are dropping quite a lot of voltage on the resistor, and blinking one is half of that, and you can turn it off. And let's quickly take a look at the charging itself. And it's 4 volts, so there won't be a significant current going in. Even though, yeah, 34, something like that. That's not a lot. That's okay. So if I shine it, I still get 28.9 of charging current. Okay, that's pretty clear. So I would say, I don't know what would be the charging current at the start. I would say about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours of charging for this light, which is interesting. But it's maybe a good idea since the cell is tiny and you don't want to overrun it, overheat it, do anything like that. I also took a look at its rating. It does say IPX4, so it is only resistant to the whole line is only resistant to the splashing water, so it's not, there isn't any seal. Quick bonus hack, I took one of those LEDs from my warm LED tape and soldered it in. It's cute, but it works. I haven't soldered the connection yet. It's actually a little bit lower, so only 40 milliamps that's 5 hours, yeah. And if I switched it to the red LED 67, that's quite much more. Well, it feels brighter, but let's compare it to the original. This is original, really cold white, as you can see here. I have a warm light over here to compare this to, and this is the modified one. It's not as bright, but at least it's a warm white as compared to this one. This could be actually better if you go for a walk somewhere, but this will be much more pleasant to the eye. So I'm actually happy that I bought 2 of them. So there we go, guys. Thank you for watching.